Hey guys, it's Austin Doctor, and welcome back to another review, and this is Overlord Season 3, Episode 6, and let's start off with the review. We see that the a captured Death Knight, and this mage, which we find out later is Lord Folder, is trying to make it submit to him so he can control it, but he fails epically, and we start to see a cut to a field with undead, just trying to work for the kingdom, or the empire, sorry, and we hear that the mage is trying to make them to zombies, so they kind of have like a soldier, a trustworthy soldier, a high-level soldier, basically, and we hear that two adventurers from Darkness, which is obviously Lord Momo, and his good old maid, wishes to meet with him, and we finally see, Lord Momo show up again, and I'm very happy about it, because I actually really enjoyed the first season with Lord Momo, and it was a very good setup for that, which I will still keep praising. But we see that the Empire is actually researching magic and making military improvements, yet the knights aren't really that strong. Well, according to, Momo's eyes, but what can they do? But we see Ainz is trying to make his name known kind of plan is kind of going in effect. He's trying to basically make sure everyone else knows his, Tomb of Nazareth is a thing. It's a kind of a good place, basically. Or if we want to go with the other one, he's trying to take over the world. Yeah. But the Emperor actually thinks a great war is about to happen because all these heroes are coming out of nowhere, out of hiding. Which I can understand why he's thinking that. It's kind of an old kind of fashioned view, but a lot of things are starting to, like, powerful people are starting to show up, it means something big's going to happen. Some big monster's going to show up. It's going to be like, as he said, the big clash 200 years ago with the Darkness. But hey, I guess he's not far off. But we see that the Emperor is actually investigating Momo and Ainz, and I kind of laughed because I'm like, oh, well, hopefully he's gonna not find out, but it's kind of funny because they're the same person, and I just couldn't stop laughing because I'm like, oh, you're wasting your time. But nonetheless, that was a really good, funny part of this episode. But we see that there's going to be an upcoming war with the Empire involved, and the Kingdom is probably going to start it. But we see Brian again from Season 1, and I'm like, oh, it's good to see him. Then you see him sparring, yada yada, being trained, and he goes off again. And it's just like, okay, you had your screen time, buddy. It was good to see you again. Remember, Shelter will screw you up. But we see that the Realizite Kingdom is going to send basically Hyken and his gang, or if you want to call his group the Foresight, to do a dirty job to explore this new tomb or ruin that they found. And we learn more actually about one of the members, Archie, about her parents are in debt, and she basically does not want to help her parents because she thinks it's not her responsibility anymore because she has done enough to help them, which is kind of like, okay, that's a good background. Then we learn that she's going to take her sisters with her away from her parents because she doesn't trust her parents enough. And I can understand where she's coming from with that because, if you have parents that are going to go gamble and not focus on their well-being and their kids, of course you're going to want to get out of that situation. So good for Archie. But we see Archie's father basically buying another thing, and it starts to boil down to Archie kind of saying, why did you buy that? That's a waste of money. You are in debt, basically. And her father thinks if the Emperor dies, that their family's nobility will return. And it's just really kind of interesting to see this psychological input into this anime with how people do think if someone dies that they're going to be in a better position. It's kind of sad because it kind of goes into the real world with certain things. But anyways, continue on. We see Heineken standing up at the window and basically talking about how this is going to be his last adventure, or his last adventure for Foresight. And we see all the adventurers show up to, for the mission, and we see gold plates kind of helping their luggage, and there's going to basically be a base camp where they're going to have people defending, and the upper plates, I forgot the name of them, basically don't trust the gold plates because there's some kind of rivalry between them and they think their camp's going to be burned down. But Lord Momo shows up, and of course he's going to be, aiding or guarding the camp for them. And Momo asked the question to everyone why they're doing this mission, and one of the adventurers simply just said money. And Momo said that was a worthless question to ask, and basically this is a build-up episode, and I'm going to be quite honest, it's a very big disappointment coming from such a great episode. And yes, it looks like it's going to pick up, but this episode was not good. It honestly reminded me of Season 2, and I hope they improve, because as I said, I enjoy this anime, but this episode I cannot just not say it was good. It was okay. It wasn't bad, like really bad or really good. It was just an okay episode. And if you do skip this episode, I do not blame you. What did you think of this episode? I'm curious. But anyways, guys, this is Austin Doctor signing out. Peace.